obviously we're here in the middle of Ramadan.
That's right.
And a very special time for all Muslims. And of course there'll be a great temptation to share the iftars and to share meals and to just spend more time with each other. But I'm guessing you're probably going to suggest that actually avoid that if you can.
That's
still.
right. Of course, let me just say the Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and of course greet everybody's with the Islamic greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And of course Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak to all. And yes, you're absolutely right. If is very important. The virus is still there, it's still on the air. We don't know where is it, and of course it is when they said we're going to, of course, hopefully relax in it. But is relax is not just for the, as you said, for the Muslim to goes and pray in the mosque. Suddenly says, please open the door, and they goes and pray in the mosque, or getting iftar together, see all the families, getting all the families helped. Especially is a very crucial time for the older people, because the older people suddenly get impatient and they want to be with the families. But of course, maybe the young children or what they infected, and they infect the older, and if the older get infected, it's very difficult to recover. That's what we are trying to say. So
it's really important to maintain that vigilance. What about some of the questions that you're being asked, by the people that you're in contact with within the Muslim community? What kind of questions are people still asking you when it comes to their faith and Ramadan during this time?
What they do, of course, is a many questions at the moment, because the questions which are of course related to individual we give, but the question which is together, which why we can't pray, can we pray on for example online, can you lead us online? Of course I lead the Friday prayer online, but without the prayer itself, just doing the special way. And of course they want to do Taraweeh, which they done it all. And we were yesterday, of course, in another TVs where we were saying, and everybody was begging, please, I'm missing that, I'm missing you, I don't know what to do with myself, I cannot do it. And of
course it's very, very difficult to know.
At the moment the social gathering is prohibited. That means is a part of social gathering. Doesn't matter if you are in a mosque, if you are at home, or if you are in the middle of a street. And this is coming part of social gathering. For example, if your neighbors see, you got 20 people, suddenly say, usually iftar is 20 people coming together, and you're saying it's not, otherwise it's not iftar, it's just a small gathering.
And it's as you were saying before, just to avoid anything unless it's absolutely necessary.
Absolutely.
Because it just gives you that extra protection.
It has to be. Leave it for a few weeks. Weeks at least, until everything is. And of course we shouldn't have a burden on NHS and a burden on your families, which you get in COVID-19. Many people, they think as soon as they get COVID-19 they are going to die. They are say, come Sheikh, can you pray for us? I said, you are not going to die, you just stay okay.
It's good advice, thank you very much. We have somebody else calling from London, and I believe it's a question for you, Sheikh, so please go ahead.
Wa
alaikum assalam. What would you like to ask, sister?
I would like to ask the panel that I'm concerning about Eid.
Yes.
I've seen that in Makkah they have started to pray in the mosque.
That's right.
But spacing between them.
That's right.
Spaced out. And I wondered if Eid is outside in the ground and spacing ourselves out. Is it not permissible to do so?
Absolutely. Excellent question. I'm raising it with this one with the authority as well. At the moment we're working with the authority, with the Metropolitan Police and of course Oxford Thames Valley, which we are trying to say, what we are trying to say is impossible. They say the gathering is impossible. That's coming as a gathering. Doesn't matter if you got a 2-meter distance here or 6-meter distance. This is a gathering. But what I am trying to say, of course, and I said it on several TVs, of course, around the world, I said, if the imams, scholars knows, of course, I'm one of the scholars, inshallah. If the imams all get together, for example, 15 imams in London, and it stays around, like for example, when the people dies, 20 people can go there for the funeral. It stays with the police and pray on behalf of the community, behalf of the, for example, London, behalf of the Oxford, behalf of the Birmingham. And that's acceptable, because you can say to everybody, yes, I prayed, I have been prayed on behalf of me on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They represent and present you. This is a fatwa which have many scholars given, and is great if they can do it. And of course you are at that time you are happy, because it's a fardul kifaya. Therefore I pray it's impossible at the moment. If they say is open, I'm telling you, if they say, if for example tonight Boris Johnson comes and says everybody mix, I would not say you should mix, because the COVID is there and it will get to especially old people. Therefore we have to have, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala understand what is happening, and He give you a reward. Give you reward for the Taraweeh, give you reward you are not going to the mosque, and give you reward for the Salat al-Eid.
Thank you very much. Talked about before. And Sheikh, there was a question there about prayers as well.
Yes, of course. Is in a prayer, of course, as I said, of course, may Allah bless you, my brothers. When I said imams getting together and pray on behalf of the community. Is not just 20 people as you mentioned. Is not just imam getting together, because many people, we had a few minutes ago, somebody was from Nigeria called us and said, why the Masjid al-Haram, of course in Mecca they're praying and we can't pray here. And I'm trying, and many people come really crying to me, really phoning, say, Sheikh, do something for us. And we are trying to get as much as we can for you in the right way, by the authority, in the right way, which no one get damaged, and satisfy the people. We are servants of a communities, and we do many, I am sure that 90% of the Muslim around the world love to have a kind of prayer. They do it or they done for them.
And thank you. It's really clear there. Make sure you take the advice from the country you're in.
I believe our government is trying their best by the advice of all the medical people, because they always bring one medical person there to talk about the head. They are trying their best. They may not, maybe they make a little bit mistake here, but it is good to go follow the advice, because we don't know. And of course follow these of course the NHS and what the doctor says is very important. No one can get it right, but by the grace of God we all come as a glory out of it.
And that's a really good point.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you? Okay, inshallah?
Alhamdulillah.
May Allah bless you and house you in paradise. You're a good man of Allah. Please.
Alhamdulillah.
Ask your question, please.
Yeah. I was just wondering about the Eid prayer business.
Yes.
Yeah. It's concerning the safety distance, which is one of the preventive measures. That's when right. People,
That's
like gathering in a place, they ask right. that you should be given like 2 meters.
2 meters. That's right.
Distance.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And this is one of the preventive measures the authorities have said.
That's
and
right.
They use this in supermarkets every day and then.
Yes.
And why can't we, for the Eid prayer, which will not last even like 2 hours.
Excellent.
Yes, why can't we do the same thing there for that one day?
May Allah bless you. You believe me, I'm struggling with the authority, and again say in here, I'm struggling with the authority. We have one time in the whole year, and it does not make more than 20 minutes.
Yes.
Does not make more than. I am trying to ask the authority, and again Metropolitan Police, and of course I'm part of the Thames Valley Police as well. And he says, Sheikh, we have to is a part of the gathering. I said, well, we can gather. Even I told them, I've got it here. I said we can go for the funeral. Exactly the same. Please let us 20 imams, 10 imams or so from the community get together and pray for all, and that's acceptable, because he pray behind, instead of you, and at least you are feeling good. However, on the matter of I used to get when I get for the Eid, I get 4,000 people. I invite 4. I don't think I can do it with 40 people there. However, we never give up. Try your authority, but do not do anything against the law, because they are coming and they tell you. Try the authority, try the police, try the council, because you can't do it in a mosque. Mosque is closed. You can do it outside. As they told me, they can do it outside on the grass or whatever. You can ask council. If they get it, when there is a will, there is a way. And inshallah, few of us can do it when the police is present, when all the laws is done, and I do not see why not. And I am plea to the government which allow us to do that, because it's a one time a year, and if we lose it, it looks like we lose our heart, we lose everything we have. One whole month we've been working so hard, working and holding fast, and suddenly at the end of the celebration, nothing, and it's so sad.
Talking about consistently when they call into the show, they're looking for special prayers. They're looking for sort of help and spiritual guidance to take them through this difficult time. What would you say? What can you offer at the moment?
But the important thing is, of course, may Allah bless you all. Just sincerely, of course, many brothers and sisters which came to me and they said, Sheikh, can be said in Arabic or can be said in our language? Is the best one. But of course, you can say, if you know understanding what you say, for example, say ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. This is what you say, or is very important. You understand. If it's not, you can say it. You can sit down, sit toward the Qibla, for a Muslim, toward the Qibla. Oh, say, Allah, please protect me and my wife, my children, my family. We are your servant. Please protect us from this COVID-19. You know, if you get the COVID-19, if I die, for example, my children going to be nobody bringing food for them. Please, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hears you, all hearer, all knower.
That's great. Thank you very, very much.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yeah, my question is for the Imam. I just heard the Imam saying that 20 Imam can pray for the community. And the question is, the Eid that we are talking about and the 5 daily prayers, which one is important? Because we are asked to perform our prayers home, and now they are emphasizing about going to the Eid. Which one is important to perform?
Thank you very much. Hold that thought there, get a second check. We're just going to have one more call from London who is also going to be asking you questions, so maybe you can ask them both together. So good afternoon, go ahead. What would you like to ask?
Assalamu alaikum.
Yep, go ahead.
So my question is regarding the one of the callers that called in about Eid prayers, and so what I wanted to say was that sometimes what happens is you can have Eid prayers in the park, as the Sheikh suggested, which is a good idea, because then you do have the space and you can keep the distance. But sometimes I do find that the elder generation, or sometimes certain cultures, people don't listen and follow the guidance. Even when you're going into supermarkets, you do find, sometimes the elder generation, not all, but also different, cultures, people of different cultures, they don't follow the social distance guidelines. And so definitely to, have prayers in the mosque would be a challenge, because everyone wants to go to the mosque and do their prayers in the mosque. But that would be a challenge. And I was just thinking that even for like Ramadan and Taraweeh prayers, could it not have been an option that the mosque, they take some sort of steps and measures where they, say to, because if the elder generation are the most vulnerable, or even to the vulnerable groups, not to attend the mosque for the prayers and let those who are not so in the vulnerable groups attend the prayers. Couldn't there have been that sort of organisation, so we could have at least done Taraweeh in the mosque? And even for Eid prayers as well, could we not, is there a solution where, we can get the vulnerable, in this occasion, unfortunately, to stay at home, given the situation, and those that are able to attend prayers, let them attend prayers.
Thank you very much. Really interesting perspective there.
Yes.
So you have a couple of questions there.
Yes.
So,
the first question, of course, my brothers, may Allah bless you and house in paradise. Of course, you are right. Which one, of course, you said daily prayer is important, or Salat al-Eid is important. Both are important. Both are important, of course, but Salat al-Eid is a one time a year. However, we can pray anywhere in the world, of course, on daily prayers anywhere in the world. Our Prophet ﷺ made whole the planet as a prayer for us. That's one. And secondly, of course, what I'm trying to say, many ask us how we can do it, how we can help, how we can, in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, become as a good servant we put a suggestion to them. If you, of course, and of course the government is there. If you say, if I do it for you, I have to do it for other one, I have to do it for other, it's not going to work. Therefore, I don't let you. But we try our best with the authority if we can get it. But prayer, you can do it at home. There is no problem on prayer for 5 daily prayer at home, or Taraweeh you can do it at home, or the Tahajjud you can do it at home, or Witr you can do it at home. No problem. But Salat al-Eid has to be outside. You cannot do it at home. Has to be outside or in a mosque. Therefore, we are trying to find a way for the satisfying, because we are servant of communities. May Allah bless you all, and we are trying to help and ease your pain, which you are sitting at home, say, oh Allah, I cannot go for the Friday prayer. I love you. I wanted to come and say, oh Allah, I love you. Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, wa lillahi alhamd. I can't say it. Sorry. And we do it a little bit. However, the second one is, of course, again coming to the government. Government stopped is not only stopped the mosque, stopped the church, stopped the synagogue, stopped the temples. All the temples, they are not allowed to. They are not allowed to use it at all for a prayer. And if you may use it, they are going to prosecute it. Therefore, we cannot. We tried. I twist and tangle the police hand and say, please do this one as a leader of the community and leader, of course, representing one of the small representative Muslim in the United Kingdom. We tried so hard. But of course it's a law, and we obey the law, and if they said no, we leave it as that. May Allah bless you. Your prayer, no matter what, if you pray in the mosque, or if you think you are single, think about it. Oh Allah, if the mosque was open, I was going to pray and I get the 27 times more. He will give you, you are a single person praying in your home. He will give you, and he give you more.